Okay, hang on a second. Bloody hell, I'm knackered. I'm proper tired. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, turn the game volume up there. Turn the browser volume down. Oh, bloody hell. Okay. How goes the editing, Hensbins? Oh, fuck. So I was up at 4 in the morning trying to spot render, as in re-render a bit that didn't work. Oh, bloody hell. I'm getting there, very slowly and steadily. I'm getting closer to completing this bullshittery. So minutes 1 to 17, look good. The problem is just minutes 17 to 19. And I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the ending, because I think it's a bit weak. I'm going to tweak it a little bit and see if I can make it stronger. So yeah, I just need to quality assure that final bit, that final little bit, and then just do some general sort of sprinkling of some audio to make some transitions smoother. And then finally, it should be good. Or rather, sorry, I should clarify so I don't hype people. It should be good to release to the patrons and the Twitch subs in an incomplete form. Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to put some fancy animated cinematic. I'm trying to sort of do an introduce... it's going to be the first episode in a playlist. So this one features the opening demo. So that demo hasn't been edited yet. I'm still gathering the assets from the artist that I'm commissioning. So it's not quite ready for its public release. Whilst the patrons and the Twitch subs are watching this, and hopefully they like it, and give me some feedback, I'm going to be animating this cinematic and trying to make it look sexy. So yeah. Oh, God, I'm tired, though. So I was up at 4 in the morning just trying to get this render done. Thank you, Pound Menel. Thank you very much, Pound Menel. Anyway, hi. Sorry, I'll perk up. How's everyone doing? You all okay? I really could do with a break. I would really like to go fishing, just take some time off, maybe do some cooking. But I'm so... Let me at least get this first stage done. Let me get something out. And then, yeah. Right. Oh, wow. Holy shit. So Bavin's finished a piece of music commission for the bullshit. Good. That's really kind of him. Right. Okay. Silent Hunter. Where are we? Right. Cool. Thank you, Bacon Bender. Hi there, Bacon Bender. So, yes. You all okay? How's everyone doing? So, I can't believe it's Thursday. Holy shit, the week is going quickly. Yeah, so, basically, I'm just going to play a bit of Silent Hunter 3. I will try to time box myself once again, because I've got so much editing to do. Bacon Bender's melting. Hope you feel better soon. Yeah, so time box and then bog off, get on with the editing, just try to get this sucker done. Okay. Thank you, it's Grubio. Thank you very much. Oh. Right. We'll talk about that later, the Oros. Got to do a live stream. Thank you, Patriot. Thank you very much. Finishing weeks 3 of 5 for a lockdown, says Jim A. Ooh. Here in the UK, we're coming out of lockdown, and I don't think anyone I know of can think of that as anything other than a huge mistake. So the COVID testing centre that I passed on a walk had a clear queue out the front door. Yeah, I don't think the UK is at all ready to come out of lockdown or come out of COVID restrictions. Yeah, it's crazy. Not wishing to get political. Yeah, so our leadership has been pretty incompetent for the last several years. But it's getting worse. It's quite clearly getting worse. Previously they were just a little bit incompetent, but now they're just blatantly just very, very bad at their jobs. Oh dear. Anyway, right, so bear with me, just loading the save file. Now, what I'm going to do, I'm going to intentionally load. Right, so welcome to May the 17th, 1941. Bear with me. Just switching over to the game after it loads. Okay, so it is a very eventful month in the Second World War. So May 1941, lots of stuff is going on. Most notably, the extremely famous duel on the high seas in the Atlantic Ocean, specifically the Denmark Strait, so to the north side of it, just on one side of Greenland. So the duel between the HMS Hood, the flagship of the Royal Navy, and the Bismarck, which is a newly completed battleship of the German Kriegsmarine. That battle ended pretty fucking spectacularly. Holy shit! It's extremely famous in naval history because the flagship of the Royal Navy exploded, like pretty much on the opening salvo. The hood just blew itself in half. Basically, an extremely lucky hit from the Bismarck managed to hit a magazine or a torpedo or something. To this day, it's not entirely known. What is known is that the hood basically split into two pieces and sunk with all, I think, about 1,000 something men, with the exception of 3 survivors. It was very, very, very bloody. A very black day for the Royal Navy. So, we are on that day. We are there. We are in the Denmark Strait. I was a little disappointed last night, though, because I was rather hoping to witness the duel, and I discovered that Silent Hunter doesn't actually do that. That's very... I was very disheartened, very annoyed, in fact. Okay, hang on. So you'd figure that... So they got the ships in place, but what happened was we were following 2 of the ships, and they just magically teleported in about 20 minutes from now. They're just off our left side. So they magically teleport and then just kind of appear to the north. And I'm guessing they just get magically deleted the moment the hood is supposed to explode. So that's a big shame. That's a huge shame. So instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to float near the Bismarck and engage the other 2 ships that are trailing her. So the Bismarck was being trailed by 2 other ships. I thought they were destroyers, but apparently they're cruisers. Heavy cruisers, in fact. So I'm going to go and engage those as suitable targets. So this might take a couple of loads in order to get it right, because I'm not even kidding. The weather is unbelievable. Just incredibly rough seas. It's going to be hard to find anything. We certainly can't spot anything. We've got about a kilometre of visibility. So here we have the sound contact. Now these are very obviously the hood and its support ship, the Prince of Wales. So what is it? A heavy cruiser, the Prince of Wales? So yes, effectively the Bismarck is coming from down here. And so the annoying thing that I didn't expect is that they just magically teleport over here. It's very, very frustrating. Right, so we're going to ignore them for now. We're going to travel up here. We can safely surface, so we shall. Because the visibility is just so low, there's no way the battleships can even see us, even traveling at flank speed on the surface. So the trouble is... even if we do this, I seriously doubt we're going to be able to follow the Bismarck, because she is a fast mover and we have limited fuel. We had to pretty much book it on flank speed all the way up here from France to here, so our fuel is not great. We may have to just engage these targets and then go here to a supply ship of the Kriegsmarine and spend a few days rearming, at which point the Bismarck is going to float around here and engage in its final last stand here, where it's destroyed by the Royal Navy. So I seriously doubt we're going to be able to make it there, because that's another... So that happens on the 27th. Yeah, so making that distance for a tiny U-boat? Nah. Okay. But we'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can get away with. Right. Yeah, fucking hell. Whoa, we're underwater. Okay. Thank you, Danger Banal, and Nightmare Muse. Thank you. Right. Anyway, so for the people just joining and passing through, please know that I'm trying to finish Divinity Bullshittery Part 1. The video is edited, I'm just trying to polish it, and I'm on the final 2 minutes of its polish. I really hope I can get it done. Yeah. Alright. Thank you, Danger Banal. Thank you. Hi there, Farinir. No, it clearly says Kriegsmarine. Clearly. Thank you, Rambos. Thank you very much, Rambos. How's the audio balance? Is it good? Yeah, it looks good. Right, okay, so we're going to power our way this way. Now, spotting anything in all this soup is impossible, so we're just going to have to go up here and try to guesstimate exactly where their path is and drop down to periscope depth.
New message received.
Okay. So, I'm guessing that, yeah, so this is probably, these are our targets, aren't they? So these are the trailing warships, the ones that are following the Bismarck and the Hood. Sorry, the ones that are following the Bismarck and the Prince Eugen, so it's support cruiser. So it says directly south, moving fast. Okay. When was that report? That was about 10 minutes ago. So by fast, it means 28 knots. Bloody hell. We'll never keep up with something like that. So 28 knots. Okay. How long would it take us to get into the path of these vessels? Well, they're almost certainly going to change course here. So that's almost a 3-hour trip. So in that time, at 28 knots, these vessels can get what? Okay, so probably about 150-ish kilometers? Right, so they will be probably somewhere there, roughly, assuming that they hold course, and I doubt they will. And that will be the approximate range of our hydrophone. So we're trying to intercept these vessels. Thank you, Suchi Sorrow. Thank you very much. What happens if I torpedo the Bismarck? I imagine I get a pretty large Wikipedia entry many years from now, and also a bullet to the back of the head. Thank you, Jimmy. Thank you very much. Right. So let's go up flank speed. So it's 3 in the morning. So insofar as the Battle of the Denmark Strait, so yeah, the battle that occurs here, what's happening now is that the ships trailing the Bismarck in this awful weather have just detected it on the radar again. So they've been trying to trail it and use their long-range detection equipment to follow it. And in the meantime, the Hood and the Prince of Wales are steaming this way at high speed. They're currently round about here. So that's happened a few minutes ago. So speeding up the time as we travel. So it's now 20 minutes past 3 in the morning on May 24th, 1941. So it's 4 o'clock, 1 hour until the, well, 2 hours till the big kickoff. Okay.
New message received.
Right. So here we go. So roundabout now, the Hood has just sighted the Bismarck. So they're riding into the wind right about now. So they've got a tougher time of seeing targets due to apparently lots of the rough weather splashing water onto their optics apparently. But nevertheless, they did a good job to spot the Bismarck at approximately, I think it was 24 kilometers roughly, and they're moving to engage. Now, with the Hood versus the Bismarck, the captain of the Hood knows that the Hood is particularly vulnerable to something called plunging fire, which is to say shells coming down from a very high angle, so very long-range fire. This is because the deck of the Hood is quite lightly armoured. There was supposed to be an upgrade, but due to costs at the time, it never went through with it. So the Hood is going to try and charge forward at great speed towards the Bismarck, and then come about with its guns to bring them all to bear. So this means that the Hood has got to run a bit of a gamble, where it's charging towards the Bismarck, and yet the Bismarck can bring all of her guns to bear, no problem. And in about 10 minutes, here we go. So now the Bismarck detected the Hood, and so the Bismarck is now bringing round its guns in, well, preparation to fire. Now, since they aren't hindered by the wind at all, it means that the Bismarck can get a pretty accurate ranging, and they've got some pretty advanced equipment to do that on the Hood. So they're about to have their famous battle. When is the first shot actually fired? Bear with me. So again, I'm really disappointed that I can't show you this in the game. I would have loved to have shown you this, but it seems that Silent Hunter 3 doesn't bother showing it. Very frustrating. Okay, Battle of the Denmark Strait. Here we go. So occurring today on the 24th, 1941. Right, opening moves. Here we go. So the Germans held their fire until 5:55, when both German ships fired on the Hood. The captain of the Bismarck did not immediately give the orders to begin firing, but the Bismarck's first gunnery officer asked permission to open fire several times before he received a response, until the captain impatiently responded, "I'm not letting my ship get shot out from under my arse, open fire." Okay. Right. So, indecision, it seems. Anyway, so almost immediately a shell hit the Hood's boat deck, starting a sizable fire, and the 100mm ammunition store, in the ammunition store, but the fire did not spread to other areas of the ship. Okay? So yes, the opening salvo, I guess that probably wasn't from the Bismarck, that was probably from the Prince Eugen. So they're going to fire in a few minutes' time, but both ships can see each other. Okay, so here we go. Let's push forward. Now I'm hoping I can get the buggers on my first... Well, we're not going for the Hood, we're just going for the trailing ships. So here we go. So the first salvo has just been fired 1 minute ago. So out there, in this mess, four battleships, well, not all battleships, but 4 large ships are now exchanging fire. Okay, we're going down to periscope depth, in fact go a bit deeper. Okay. So I'm going to get the hydrophones up to see if we can hear any vessels in the area. Right. So. Ooh, thank you, Pezbone and Jime. Thank you, both of you. And Suchi Sorrow and All for the Game. Thank you, folks. Sorry for missing the subs earlier. Okay. So what's the time? So it's 3 minutes to. So yeah, the opening salvos are being fired. Presumably guns are being reloaded. Okay, here we go. Aha. So that must be one of them. That's probably the Bismarck. So they're probably engaged. So the Bismarck is firing this way by about 24 kilometers. There. So the Hood and the Prince of Wales are moving this way quickly to try and get at the Bismarck, I think. And that's when it all goes horribly wrong. So 6 in the morning, according to this, Holland ordered his forces. My God, they're moving quickly. So that's the Prince Eugen, and that's the Bismarck moving this way. Okay, so we're after the ones that are following them up here, though. All right, start moving this way.
Yes, sir. Current speed 2 knots.
Okay. So if you're just joining the stream, we're looking, or well, we're looking on the map at least, at the Battle of the Bismarck versus the Hood. So stand by, 1 minute ahead, there we go. So, 6 o'clock, so right now, Holland ordered his forces to turn once again to port to ensure that their aft main guns on both the Hood and the Prince of Wales could bear on the German ships. In terms of the force balance, this would normally give Holland's force the advantage of 18 large caliber, so 14 to 15 inch guns, and 10 on the Prince of Wales. During the turn, a salvo from the Bismarck fired from about 9 miles, so that's 14 kilometres, was seen by the men aboard the Prince of Wales to straddle the Hood, abreast her mainmast. This straddle meant that some of the salvos fell to port and some fell to starboard, and some precisely aligned over the centre of the main deck of the Hood. It is likely that one of the 38 centimetre, 15 inch shells struck somewhere between the Hood's mainmast and the X-turret after the mast. A huge pillar of flame shot upwards like a giant blowtorch, according to the survivors. It was followed by an explosion that destroyed a large portion of the ship from amidship, clear of the rear of the Y turret, blowing both after turrets into the sea. The ship broke in two, and the stern fell away and sank. Ted Briggs, one of the 3 survivors, claimed that the Hood heeled to a 30-degree list, at which point we knew she wasn't coming back. The bow rose clear of the water, pointed upwards, pivoted about, and then sank shortly after the stern. A turret fired one last salvo in defiance, probably by the doomed and drowning gun crew, just before the section sank. Splinters rained down upon the Prince of Wales, who was about just under a kilometre away. The Hood sank in just 3 minutes, with a total loss of life of 1,415 members of the crew. Only 3 men, Ted Briggs, Bob Tilburn, and Bill Dundas, were survived to be rescued 2 hours later by the destroyer Electra. The Admiralty concluded that the most likely explanation for the Hood's loss was a penetration of her magazines by one of the 15-inch shells aboard the Bismarck, causing the explosion. Recent research with submersible craft suggests that the initial explosion was in the aft, so 100mm magazine, and then it spread to the 380mm magazine via the ammunition trunks. It's been suggested from examination of the wreckage found in 2001 that the magazine explosion in the 4-inch, so 100mm armament near the mainmast caused the vertical blast of flame that was seen there, and then this in turn ignited the magazine of the 380mm guns, and that was what destroyed the ship. So the big gout of flame caused a secondary explosion. Okay. The wreck of the Hood revealed that the bow section is bereft of any structure. A huge section of her side is missing, from the A barbette to the foredeck. The midship section has had its plates curled outwards. Moreover, the main parts of the forward structure, including the 600-long-ton conning tower, were found about a kilometre away from the main wreck. This has sparked theories that the 15-inch forward magazines exploded as a result of the force, caused by the detonation of the aft magazine. So it suggested that it lost both her magazines for both sets of turrets. However, a team of marine forensic scientists have found that the implosion damage to the forward hull found that implosion damage to the forward hull due to the rapid... I misread. They found that its implosion damage performed due to the rapid sinking of the Hood in very deep waters. Okay, so it wasn't a secondary magazine explosion, but just the ship is sinking, compartments are full of air, and the ship imploded as it sank, because it's about 4 kilometers beneath us into the ocean. Thank you, Davila. Thank you very much, Davila. Okay, so, so anyway, so for the people just joining, the Hood has just been destroyed, like right now. Its wreck is going down hard, and a lot of men are dying. So it's a very black day for the Royal Navy. So the Bismarck got an extremely lucky hit, an extremely good shot. And obviously the Prince of Wales following behind, which apparently had some malfunctions to do with some of its turrets, and a crew that wasn't quite as experienced, lost a lot of will to fight, as you can probably imagine, with the loss of the flagship. Thank you, Oswelder and Davila. Thank you. Right, so we're going to cruise this way. So the Bismarck, so that's the Bismarck trailing, and that's the Prince Eugen. So I'm guessing that's probably what is it? That's probably the surviving ship. That's the Prince of Wales. See, now this is what confuses me, because is that the Hood? Okay, because is the game just improperly rendering it? I might have to load it, because what could have happened is that those two ships there might have actually been the escorts I'm here to get. The ones trailing. Why's it going that way now? Let's have a look. It's fine if I have to load it. We might have to do this a few times to get them. Yeah, that must have been it. Those were the trailing cruisers that were following. Okay. Okay, so we'll just do a quick cheeky load. If you were on the stream last night, you saw me do this like 7 or 8 times just to figure out what the fuck was going on. I think Silent Hunter 3 does a very bad job of showing their exact positions at the time of the battle. Which, again, really disappoints me. You'd think it would be their major focus. It's one of the most pivotal naval moments in the Battle of the Atlantic. Okay. Okay, then. So just loading the save file from a few minutes ago. So yes, a very bitter blow dealt to the Royal Navy, at which point the extremely famous order was issued by Prime Minister Winston Churchill. 3 words: sink the Bismarck. Issued to pretty much every single ship in the Royal Navy, including the ones at Gibraltar. So an enormous force started stalking the Bismarck as she tried to move around. She did suffer a little bit of damage, and so she was trying to evade her pursuers, and she was trying to get back to Brest apparently, so in occupied France, so going all the way around the United Kingdom, and that's when the Ark Royal, so an aircraft carrier with a bunch of swordfish bombers, got also its own lucky hit. They hit the rudder, they jammed the steering, so she couldn't do anything but spin. And that's when all the rest of the Royal Navy closed in for the kill. Right, there we go. Right, back to the surface.
New depth.
Ahead flank.
Ahead forward. Ahead flank.
And let's move up here. So let's move in quite some distance now. We're going to go all the way up here now. Okay. Speed up the time. Right.
New message received.
Go after the Ark Royal in Gibraltar. Yeah. Well, let's see. Yeah, again, I came up here because I really wanted to see the fight. And we're here now, so, you know. Right, up we go.
New message received.
Right, so let's now go underwater. Here we go. Go underwater, ahead 1/3. Alright. So there we go. Go down a bit. Yeah, go a bit further. Clear this surf so we can hear from on the hydrophones what's going on. Right, so there we go. Warship moving fast. Again, I assume that's the... Oh, once again, have I failed to go far enough east, do you reckon? What are we looking at there? Oh, no, I should be good. Okay, so I'm in the path of the 2 ships that I want. Right, so this might be the good one. I'll give it another quick cheeky save. So, we've got some fast-moving ships here. Let's mark their position. Right, so let's give this a save. So let's call it prize. So yeah, we're trying to follow up with a, I suppose, a runner-up prize. All right, here we go. So where are they going? What's this then? Second ship spotted. Thank you, Pandro Car. Thank you very much, Pandro. Come on. What are we dealing with here? Where are these ships going? Okay, pretty much here. Alright, so... how far away is that from us? About 5 kilometers? Okay. Well, visibility is... I'm just worried that they're going to be on us in like... oh no, we can come to the surface.
Yes,
Quickly come to the surface and ahead full.
New depth, 0 meters. Ahead full.
Right. Nowadays submarines are kind of useless, no? Oh god, no. You kidding me? Submarines are probably, well, at least depending on the submarine, the most dangerous weapon on planet Earth. Not even exaggerating. You may have nukes and you may put them on land and in silos and all that, but put them in a nuclear submarine? Yeah, good luck finding that before that submarine nukes your entire nation from beyond the horizon, from half the planet away. Indeed, nuclear submarines and carriers are the apex predators. Here in the United Kingdom, we have a system, where we've always got at least one nuclear submarine out on service. So even if Britain is wiped out by nuclear attack, there is no saving the country that sent the nukes. They are dead. The submarine stops receiving orders from high command, and it receives immediate orders to head to the nation that fired and basically delete that country. Alright. Sorry, that is the plan at least, but what really happens is that we keep crashing them. The submarine is just minding its own business, going, how do you do? You know, fellow submarines outside the submarine pen in Scotland, and then they keep beaching them. And then the captain gets sacked. I'm referring a few years ago to the fact that we beached one of our nuclear submarines. It was very humiliating. Like, whoops. Okay, they're moving quite quick. Alright. So what time do you think we should do this intercept? We should probably just go under now. Right, periscope depth. Hopefully we can get a good angle. Okay. So come down to periscope depth and raise the attack periscope. God, it's going to be very choppy on these seas. So, we're going to go for just the lead ship. Let's not push our luck. Hang on. So with these choppy seas, it's going to be very tricky to get a magnetic torpedo impact. Should we fire 2 for 2? So tubes 1 and 4 and tubes 2 and 3. Okay, we'll lead with tubes 1 and 4. So hang on. So tubes, salvo, spread. There we go. Tubes 1 and 4, tight spread, slow moving magnetic, and I just need the depth. Okay, so how far away are we talking right now? God, it's going to be very tricky.
Yes, sir.
Reduce speed.
Ahead 1/3.
I really want to get these targets. Indeed, yes, the letters, Potato. The letters that the Prime Minister has administered. But again, that's just said so that, you know, when it comes to nuclear defense, you don't openly say, oh yes, we've given letters to the submarines and their orders are immediately to go full nuclear, because then your government looks bloodthirsty. So of course they turn around and say, oh no, the letters could say anything. They could say, immediately go to an allied port and turn yourself... No, what do you think the letters say? It's a last resort letter. What do you think the letter says? The letter in the nuclear submarine clearly says, nuke the fuckers. Why would it say anything else? Yeah, you've got this enormous nuclear submarine with an extremely expensive set of nuclear warheads. Do you really think it's going to say something along the lines of, oh, if the UK is eliminated and all our people are dead, don't avenge us? Of course it says nuke. It'd be insane to say otherwise. And even if it didn't, even if the Prime Minister said no, turn the other cheek, do you think the captain is going to listen? His family is dead. All of his friends are dead. The entire nation is dead.
Contact. Warship.
Ooh, hello.
Constant distance. Bearing 1, 2, 0.
Of course they're going to fire. Jesus, that's the whole idea. Sorry, I'm sounding a bit bloodthirsty this morning. You know what I'm saying? In the horrible, horrible event of nuclear war, yes, Britain has our own system. Yeah, the letter just says GG. Indeed, that is a problem falling. So yes, in the event that we don't know exactly who attacked, then yes, that would be a concern. But bear in mind, if we're talking about total loss of contact with the UK and all of its systems, we're probably talking about an enormous nuclear salvo. So, you know, it's going to be pretty obvious which nation you're currently in a sort of strategic nuclear arms standoff with. Whatever it may be. Okay. yeah. Send one of the nukes off to France. Just why not? Sorry, force of habit. Sorry. Thank you, Vikla. Thank you very much. Right. So how far away do you think this is then? Let's have a look. So 8 kilometers. Trouble is, we've got such limited visibility. How are we going to strike this target? I can't even. Hang on. So that's the current lead position, right? So we've got to be like fucking right up their assholes just to land this. Okay. Do we even have the battery power to make it? And are they turning? A little bit. We might have to save scum again if we miss them. Okay, it's coming right there. Again, okay, oh no, we do have a visual. A Kent class. What is a Kent class? Hello? Kent class. Fuck. God damn these waves. Kent class. Whoa, you're big. It's a cruiser, isn't it? What is this? What's a Kent class? Okay, so this is what's trailing the hood. Sorry, the hood, the Bismarck. Kent class. HMS Kent was a county-class heavy cruiser built by the Royal Navy in the 1920s. The HMS Kent. 1 second. Kent class. Was this one of the vessels that pursued the Bismarck? No. Okay, 1 minute, sorry. So the Kent class, lead ship HMS Kent, built at the built November 1924. The first ship, at least. County class heavy cruiser, length about 192 meters long. This is a very powerful warship. Wow, what a prize. Whoa. I've never sunk a ship that big. We sunk a heavy cruiser off the coast of Gibraltar, but it wasn't this big. Okay. It hunted... Oh, no, hang on. So this ship didn't... The Kent class did indeed hunt the German pocket battleship Graf Spee in the East Indies. The ship was under repair when it was assigned to the home fleet. This is just talking about the HMS Kent, not necessarily about the class. They're the Norfolk and the Suffolk. Are they... Hang on. Norfolk ship. Let's have a look. The HMS Norfolk. Yes, you must be right. The HMS Norfolk was a county-class heavy cruiser of the Royal Navy, along with her sister ship, the Dorsetshire, and she was part of a planned 4-ship subclass. She served throughout the Second World War, and she was involved in the sinking of the German Navy's battleship Bismarck and Scharnhorst. Okay, so during the Second World War... where is she? Here we go. So in the 1940s, the Norfolk was ordered to the South Atlantic on trade duty protection. In February, she escorted Atlantic troop convoys, but in May, she returned to Icelandic waters and was the second ship to sight the German ship Bismarck. She and her near sister from the earlier county class, the Suffolk, continued to trail the first German the German battleship. The cruisers later joined the battleships Rodney and the King George V as part of the force that finally sank the Bismarck. So we can remove her from that battle. Maybe. So during this period, her sister ship, the Dorsetshire, had been bombed and sunk by a Japanese torpedo. Oh, wow. All the way over there. Right. Post-war. So in 1949, the Norfolk returned to Britain and was placed in reserve, where she was sold for scrap on January 1950. Okay, so she survived the war. Let's change that, shall we? Right. We have a sighting of... Yeah, holy shit. A very powerful ship. The HMS Norfolk, I assume. She's leading... Yeah, following the Bismarck. Trying not to engage it. That is a big vessel. Right, I will definitely save it. She's only she's on us. 2 kilometers. That's our visibility? Just 2 kilometers? Piss. Okay. How are we going to do this? Fuck, I better save it before I fuck it all up. Fuck. 2 kilometers is nothing. So she's got a draft of around 5 meters. So quickly go to the torpedoes. Torpedoes. Right, so tubes 1 and 4, 5 meters. Set a 6 meter draft, maybe a little bit more. Slow moving magnetic. Where is she? She's there. Yeah, bloody hell, she's right there.
Yes, sir.
Go to silent running.
Ahead, slow.
Sorry, orders. There we go.
Yes, sir. Rig for silent running.
Tighten up that salvo spread. God, can we get her? Wait until she's as close as possible. Yeah, she's going to be moving fast, so her own propeller's going to hide the... Oh, look at her. Ooh, she's a biggie. So behind her is her sister. I'm going to try and fire 2 torpedoes at that one as well. I can hear her. She's moving so fast I can hear her. 1 kilometer. Get ready. Open both torpedo tubes. Just verify. 6. Yeah, 6. Verify. Make sure we have this targeting solution. We do. She's moving full steam. Holy moly. Okay, getting ready to fire. Any second now. Wait for it. Maintain this lock. Wait for the next wave. No, fire. Fire now. Fire now. Here we go. Torpedoes in the water. Down periscope for a second. So 2 electric torpedoes. Now she's rolling heavy, which means the magnetic torpedoes she might sail over them. Or they might just bounce ineffectively. And then we try to go for the follow-up ship. So down. Come on, give us this kill. Look at her. She's huge. She's an enormous vessel. Come on, come on, come on. Give me a kill. Up, up, lift, lift, lift. No. Yes! Yes, both! Both hit! Okay, both hit. Look at the size of... Thank you, Carl. Brilliant. Okay, now the follow-up. I'm saving again. I'm totally saves coming. I'm so sorry. Wow, what a... If we can sink that, I can still hear her propeller. She's trying. Her engines, I'm not sure if they're out fully. Okay, her follow-up ship is now taking evasive action. Naturally. She's still up. Thank you, Draconic Chrissy. Thank you very much. Okay, so move ahead 2 knots. She's searching for periscopes, of that I have no doubt, so let's be very careful. Don't raise the periscope, stay low. So the second ship is presumably the Suffolk, if that's the Norfolk. She's going to be a tricky one, because now she's evading. I don't think she's sinking. Let's see. We've also got follow-up torpedoes, and if she's slowed, we might be able to pursue her. Well, hell, we probably can just on the surface, what with the low visibility. 2 torpedoes amidship is awesome, though. Holy crap. Okay, that's our next target. Another heavy cruiser. My god, these are very powerful vessels. Okay. Yeah, let's see what happens. Let's keep moving towards that one. She's still some distance away. In these rough seas, with that much flooding, I'm really hoping she'll go down. Okay. Right, so let's start with the next ship. So give me... so same... Right, hang on. So give me the next 2. So tubes 2 and 3. This time fast-moving magnetic. Okay, up. Periscope. Attack periscope. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? All the way up. There you are. A Dorsetshire class with a draft of 5 meters exactly. We're a kilometer away. Okay, quickly turn.
Rudder 3-5 degrees to port.
Shit, she's close. She's so close. It's going to be tricky actually because she's about to turn into us. So was it 5 exactly? So torpedoes, set magnetic to 6, maybe a little bit more. So there's a minimum arming range of about 400 meters, so I need to fire soon. She's 1 kilometer. Open torpedo tubes. Shit, it's just going to be a shitty angle. She might actually ram us, fuck. Hold up. Oh no, the angle's going to be awful. What are we going to do? Come on, pull. That way a little bit more. We might have to crash dive to avoid getting hit. Here she comes. That's it, that's it, that's it. 800 meters, come on. And wait for it, a little bit more. No, wait for it. Now, fire. Torpedoes away. Take us down 25 meters. Let's go. Clear it in case she tries to ram us. Down periscope. Looking good. Fast moving. Much faster than the last 2. Damn, one of the torpedoes was not calibrated properly. It's too high. Take us out of silent running.
Yes, sir.
It's a miss or a bounce. Oh. Oh no. Maybe. Oh, a direct hit. Wonderful. Wonderful! Holy shit, I didn't expect those to go off. Thank you, Carl. Right. So, men, get into the bow torpedo room and start loading fresh torpedoes. Make sure I've got my officer there. Let's go, boys. Diesel engines, electric engines. Let's go, let's go. All aft, gentlemen. So right now they're using winches and pulleys to lift the torpedoes. Fresh torpedoes. Watch out, watch out. Okay, so if you're just joining the stream, we have, well, changed history by attacking the 2 trailing ships that were shadowing the Bismarck. So 2 heavy cruisers, a Norfolk and a, is it Dorsetshire class? Okay. We've managed to hit them with 4 torpedoes, 2 apiece. Now I'm hoping that their speed will be reduced to the point that when we reload, maybe I should just fire the aft torpedo. Hang on. Yeah, the angle might be good to just fire the damn aft torpedo. Okay, go back to periscope depth. Up attack torpedo. Rudder amidship.
Rudder 0 degrees to port.
Okay. I've got a gas torpedo ready to fire. The men will need 6 minutes to load the next torpedo. 1 minute, I'm just going to save again. Okay, try and fire the butt torpedo, yep. Come on, let's go periscope depth, boys. Up speed, up speed.
Yes, sir.
Come on, pull us up, pull us up, pull us up. Okay, that one might just need to be an impact torpedo, because the draft is probably very different with the flooding. So give me the rear torpedo tube, single, rear, fast moving impact. Give me a draft of around 4 meters. Just slam it into a bum. Well, from my bum to its side. Okay, up, come on. Let's raise that, raise that. Locked on, give me a lock. Weapons officer. I've got no lock. Is it sinking? Nope, there's my lock. Come on. Dorsetshire class, a little bit more. We're just within the minimum range. Okay. Come on, come on, come on. And firing. Damn it, I forgot to open the tube. Hopefully it shouldn't be... Hopefully it shouldn't matter too much. Alright. Keep moving away, this way. So this one's impact, so not magnetic. So long as it's a straight shot, it should not glance. Excellent. Okay. Oh wow. The deck is soon to be awash over at the over on the stern there. Oh, is that a list on the front ship? Oh, beautiful, everybody. That's a hell of a list. They've got major flooding. They're trying to seal watertight doors. Men are trying to, yeah, contain the flooding as best they can. In these seas, yeah, tricky. Oh, beautiful! Something just went boom. Okay. In fact, we got a kill, according to this. Thank you, Hypnotize. Thank you very much. Holy moly, there we go. Okay. Hang on. There she goes. So that would be the Suffolk. Whoa, look at that. A Dorsetshire class heavy cruiser. Jesus Christ. Those poor sailors. That must be terrifying. Okay. So, according to this, bear with me. She's gone. So 2 heavy cruisers, 1 battle... So, yes, the Royal Navy out here had 1 battleship, 1 battle cruiser, 2 heavy cruisers that did not participate in the combat. So these 2. Okay. So, opening moves. Dorsetshire... What was it called again? The Suffolk. Here we go. So the Suffolk... Oh, wow. There's the Norfolk. She's struggling. She's, yeah, floundering in the water there. Let's come about this way. Yep, maintain. Go a little bit deeper. I hear explosions in the water. Okay, so according to this, the Suffolk was a county-class heavy cruiser, part of the Kent subclass. Oh wait, no, go back at the periscope depth so we can see what's going on. Right. So that ship we just sunk, everybody. Its real-life fate was that it was scrapped in 1948 after the war. So her later career after this action involved her serving with the Home Fleet in Arctic waters. She went through a refit in 1943. And then after the war, she was used to transport military and civilian personnel from Australia and the Far East back to the UK. Yeah. She was placed on reserve fairly quickly after the war. With post-war economic difficulties, Britain it hit Britain very hard, and she was sold off for scrap. Okay. Just reading their Wikipedia entries, Bellius, on the Battle of the Denmark Strait. So that was the Suffolk, and this is the Norfolk. So, same class, but not quite the same subclass. So she's approximately 192 meters long. She has a draft of 5.5 meters, so that's depth below the waterline. She's powered by 4 steam turbines, 8 boilers, with a combined speed, well, total speed of about 31.5 knots. She has a range of approximately 22,000 kilometers and has about 819 men aboard it. The armament consists of 8 200mm guns, 8 100mm guns, and 16 general purpose guns. I'm guessing close range, shore support, point defense. Her armor is about 3.5 inches thick, although on the Citadel it's only 4 inches. Wait, only 4 inches? Sorry, up to 4 inches on the Citadel, with only 1 inch on the turrets. She also carries 2 walrus flying boats. Oh yeah. Seaplanes lowered into the water and then picked up again via the crane. Is she going to go down on her own, or do I need to finish her off? That's the question. Let's shadow her for a bit and see what she does after a few minutes. Okay. So let's accelerate time by a few minutes. So there we go, 1 minute, 2 minutes. She's still underway, 3 minutes later. Have they contained the flooding? She's on one propeller, the other one's knackered. Well, the trouble is, I don't know if I'll have the fuel to reach the other ships, you see. So fuel reserves are already not good. We're already below, yeah. So I'd have to reduce speed quite considerably if we're going to make it back to France. Or, alternatively, go back to, well, just go to this resupply ship. And that could work. I mean, if we went to the resupply ship, we could always go harass, the coast over here. Pick up some more convoys. That could work. Use the deck gun. I'm not challenging a Kent-class heavy cruiser with a deck gun. Also, I can't man the deck gun in this weather, because Carl will be washed overboard going, woo, the whole time. I have no doubt. Yeah, might need another torpedo to persuade it, I think. Alright. Let's try to get into position then. Try to get into position. Where is our... Fuck, there we go. There it is. Yeah, just try to pull ahead of it. What's its current speed? It's making about... La da 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 da. Whoops, wrong way. Where am I going? It's over there somewhere. Thank you, Nusram. Thank you very much, Nusram. It's over there. It's making 4 knots. We're making 7 knots. We should be fine. So let's pull ahead. What do I have in terms of torpedoes? Okay, the men have finished loading the first gas torpedo. Good. Good. Yep, very good. Okay, they're working on the second one. So we do have a gas torpedo ready to go. No, I can't mount the deck gun, Albino. Seriously, the seas are too rough. The men will just be washed overboard to their deaths. Speed up time. Speed up time, speed up time, speed up time. La di da di da 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 da. They're trying, to their credit. The men are trying. Their damage control efforts are paying off. As a bit of a random factoid, yeah, so damage control efforts were always very good, particularly aboard American navies. Damage control was often excellent, training often fantastic, at least compare and contrast to the Japanese, whose damage control efforts were often awful. In fact, there was a very famous loss of one of their carriers purely because they struggled with damage control. They could have saved it just fine, but their own crews had insufficient training when it came to stopping fires specifically. So, but yes, American training when it came to stopping flooding, fire suppression, sort of, I suppose, what's the word for it? Like, well, damage control, but general triage of what needs to be done when and where was pretty excellent. Okay. Right, so we've got, yeah, torpedo ready. Alas, do we have a good angle? That's the thing. Yeah, maybe. It's about to turn, but hopefully it won't do it fast enough. Let's just get it fired quickly. So give me tube 1, fast-moving gas torpedo at around 4 meters depth. Impact, single torpedo only. Open tube 1. We should be good, I rather hope. Wait for the lock. Stand by. Lock confirmed, and piss. There we go. Fire. Tube 1. Torpedo away. No, not familiar, Umlaut. Sorry, I'm not sure what that is. A YouTuber? Okay. So it's pretty high in the water there. Yeah, she's not evading this one. How did the torpedo curve like that? So effectively, it's preset before launch to follow a specific bearing, and it will continue in a straight line. Where's the torpedo? Where's the gas trail? There it is. So it's, yeah, so it will follow a straight line course, and hopefully, if it's manufactured correctly, at a preset depth, and either then has a magnetic trigger or an impact trigger. The former, it will detonate if it detects a significant enough change in the Earth's magnetic field. In other words, something metal is above it. A ship. Impact? Well, pretty self-explanatory. Very good. Thank you, Carl. Okay. There's no way they're going to be able to save the vessel now. Not with 3 torpedoes. One completely above the torpedo belt. Whoa. She's doomed. Particularly in these rough seas. She's a goner. Yes, you're looking at the Suffolk. Sorry, correction, the Norfolk, which is a heavy cruiser of the Royal Navy. If you're just joining the stream, so this is one of 2 heavy cruisers that were following and shadowing the Bismarck. The Bismarck is on her way south right now, and I'm a U-boat that was in the area. engaging the ships that were following. Speed up the time a little bit. There we go. She's listing really heavy there. Good God. So within the superstructure, things that were never supposed to be at an angle are now falling, collapsing against the side of the hull. Men are scrambling desperately to try and reach the escape hatches. No doubt scrambling onto the side of the hull. Oh Jesus, she's going. Thank you, Shade Ops. Thank you very much, Shade Ops. Ah, you can see the anti-torpedo bulge here, you see? This section of armoured hull. See? A simple way of limiting the damage to torpedoes. Strikes there, doesn't strike anything valuable. Okay. There she goes. Whoop. Ammunition's exploding.
Yes, sir. New depth, 0 meters. Ahead 1/3.
Yikes, look at it. Almost. So yeah, the superstructure continues to flood. Men are desperately trying to escape, but unfortunately most of them won't.
Yes, sir. All stop.
So yes. Approximately 819 men. Thankfully there are destroyers in the area which will be on their way to try and retrieve survivors. In this case, it probably won't be too bad. Consider the fact that the hood just flat out exploded and sunk very quickly. So the men probably had a good chance of escaping this one. So I'm a little nervous as to where my U-boat is, because I was heading straight towards it in a straight line. Can we, like, turn the rudder slightly?
35 degrees to
No,
start.
plenty of room, we're fine. Yeah, that's true, smoke. This is very, very rough weather. Very, very cold seas as well. Holy shit. There he goes. Thank you, old train. Thank you very much, sir. Oops. So she'll continue sinking for several kilometers. Bulkheads collapsing and imploding.
Tube 3 ready, sir.
And she'll slam down somewhere into the abyssal plain. Probably maintaining her overall shape, but certainly making a debris field for many, many kilometers. May those sailors rest in peace. So why am I not being credited with the kill? Oh no, I am. I just didn't zoom out enough. Okay. Well done, gentlemen. Holy shit. Granted, we saved scum the fuck out of it because it was really tricky, but 2 heavy cruisers is excellent. Holy shit. That's wonderful. That's very, very going to be very tough for the Royal Navy to replace. Okay. So, Berthold, where is he? Please send a message to the Kriegsmarine. Our contact report and the patrol report. I'm sure the captain of the Bismarck will be delighted to hear that his pursuers have been eliminated. I'd buy him a beer when we get back home, but only one of us is going home. Okay. In fact, I remember reading that the captain of the Bismarck, her widow, was particularly heartbroken by his loss. Right.
Yes, sir. Ahead 1/3.
So, now what's the plan, everybody? Now we need to decide what we're doing. Our fuel reserves are not great, frankly. Our fuel reserves are pretty bad. Hang on a second. So our fuel reserves are pretty bad, and we're going to have trouble getting all the way back to occupied France. How far do we have to travel? So it would be a journey of around 3,700 kilometers. At current speed, navigator.
Yes, sir.
3,450 exactly at current speed. If we reduce speed, we could probably get there for longer. Honestly, I think perhaps we should go to the Belchin supply ship over here. Resupply. Take a break, maybe, you know, look at some Arctic wildlife or whatever. Yeah, we should probably head over here to this supply ship and get fresh fuel at the very least. Maybe have a quick poke in the area and see if there are any convoys that we could attack. Hang on. With our remaining torpedoes. Maybe? Oh, there's actually air cover. Oh, that's late war. We should be okay for now. Halifax convoys. Yeah, let's head down there then. We'll spend about a week just over here looking for any fresh targets, yeah? We do have quite a few torpedoes remaining. In the meantime, sadly, the Bismarck will continue on her way and meet her fate here, where she's attacked and destroyed by much of the Royal Navy home fleet. Well, minus 2 heavy cruisers. 1941, Bismarck. Oh, Bismarck's in the chat. Not spelt properly, but nevertheless. Hi, Bismarck. Right. Cool. So, yes, right. Ugluck says, I said that 3 torps are enough to sink a British heavy cruiser, so think an American carrier like the USS Hornet was sunk after surviving 3 bombs. Yeah, oh, yeah, the famous, yeah. Is that the one at Sorry, is that the ship at Midway? No, is that something else, isn't it? Yeah, holy shit. Well, sorry, forgive me, Ugluck. There is a slight... So, the thing is, though, when it comes to American carriers, many of them opted for unarmoured flight decks, didn't they? Whereas the British went for armoured ones. And I remember reading a thing by a journalist at the time who was astonished, absolutely astonished by the resilience of the British carriers. What was it? He famously said that when an American carrier gets hit, it's like 6 months in Pearl Harbor. When a British carrier gets hit, it's men get your brooms, just sweep the wreckage off the deck and carry on. Because yeah, we opted instead of for mobility, we went for armor, and apparently, at least against the Japanese kamikaze stuff, it was almost it was crazy effective. 4-inch armored, 4 inches? Fuck, 4 inches, Grayman. The flight decks of those carriers have enough, so the same amount of armor as those heavy cruisers. Towers. Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, good luck getting through that. Cool. Right, anyway, so, let's crack on then. So let's go down here. We won't necessarily go straight to the supply ship. What's that? So that's, yeah. So a couple of thousand. We should be alright. Just need to watch our speed, I think. So let's go out here and look for some additional convoys, trying to sneak around into and get to Britain. So it's currently May the 24th, 1941. What's going on in the war? Let's have a look. Oh yes, let me just stand down my cruise. Sorry, bear with me. No, wait, let them load that reserve. Torpedo in the queue. Yeah, just you guys work on the torpedoes. Same with the stern torpedo room, please. Please get men in there. And then we'll stand some men down and have them go rest. Right. 1 minute. So, timeline of the Second World War. 24. So the battlecruiser Hood is destroyed. So on the 26th in the North Atlantic, the Royal Navy Fairey Swordfish aircraft from the Royal Navy Fairey Swordfish aircraft from the Ark Royal fatally cripple the Bismarck. So that's on the 26th, and then on the 27th it's sunk. Also later this month, British and Commonwealth forces begin to evacuate Crete, and members of the German military flee Iraq. Pro-Axis Iraqi leader Rashid al-Gaylani and his supporters flee Iraq as British troops approach Baghdad. And also, at the end of this month, heavy Luftwaffe bombing on neutral Ireland's capital, with numerous civilian casualties. Oh dear. Fighting in Iraq ends. For now, I suppose. Okay, so let's move. So we're travelling at 6 knots on the surface. There we go. Torpedo tubes are ready at the bow. Good. Yeah, well done. Stand down, please, gentlemen. Move crew to rest. Same with... Yeah, move our weapons officer to rest. Stern torpedo room. How you guys doing? Actually, send our weapons officer to oversee that first. Hang on. Where is he? I don't have a dedicated... No, I do have a dedicated torpedo man. Where is he? He's over here. Can you go sort that out? There we go. Alright. Let's go. Did we get that report back from Germany? A response back from Germany? Good work. Continue patrol as current fuel and armament disposition allows. As for the status report, 8 torpedoes left, 2 warships sunk, total tonnage 26,600. That is amazing. That is really good. Consider the fact that my previous largest kill was attacking a heavy cruiser stationed in Gibraltar. You remember? I just sunk 2 of them, and 2 bigger ones at that. Okay.
New message received.
Of course, sheep is epic. Don't forget the fishing boat. Indeed, a light cruiser, says Digby. So I just sunk 2 heavy cruisers. They were heavy because your mum was on them, or on one of them. Okay. New message received. Stand by. Bismarck reports that the mighty Hood has been sunk. This is a tremendous victory. Indeed. Thank you, Digby. Thank you very much. Have you considered doing this, Digby? You should. Oh, no, sorry. You have, haven't you? You kept playing the gramophone a lot. I remember, sorry. I keep it switched off for immersion. Okay. Might launch a patrol back up, says Digby. Indeed. Turns out those heavy cruisers were actually Danes, just minding their own business, Mr. Sloth. Mr. Sloth is referring to this image here, where at the start of the playthrough, I had a habit of sinking Danish ships, because at a distance, their flag is very similar to the Merchant Marine ensign. It's very red, and it's hard to see. And so I kept sinking Danish ships, and especially like in Danish waters, and then suddenly I was surprised that they were Danish. I was like, oh wait, what? Okay. Alright then, so it's the next day, 2 days later by the looks of things. We're making slow and steady progress this way. We just need to watch our fuel. So 8,000, yeah, we can travel 8,400 kilometers. Maybe an up ahead standard then. How's the weather? Rubbish! Thank you, Mystery Culprit. Thank you very much, Mystery. Okay, and as for the men in the stern torpedo tube, let's let them go rest. Yep, let some officers rest as well. Lovely. Cool. Just trade out some of the better crew members. Right, so we're making 12 knots. So still a few days, about 3 days away from, well, 2 days away from this area where we're going to begin hunting. At which point the Bismarck will be sunk, no doubt. So right now the Bismarck is making her way around here. Around about here, she pulled a bit of a sneaky, and she managed to split off with Prince Eugen to try and, divert attention, so get rid of her pursuers, and it worked. So they continued chasing the Bismarck, but the Prince Eugen managed to get away. And yes, the Bismarck is continually harassed by little swordfish bombers, and it's around about here, that one of them gets lucky and hits its rudder. And at that point, it's doomed.
New message received.
Radio message received. Just a report from a submarine, U-103. Right. Not really, Ron. Oh wow, holy shit. Eki started playing after watching the stream and managed to sink the HMS Nelson. Is that a... hang on. Isn't that what I think it is? Yes, it's a battleship, isn't it? It's the one with the forward-facing gun, a bit like the Rodney. Entering service in 1927. Attached to the home fleet as a big ship. Wow, big ship. Okay. I just rather hope the weather won't be awful. I suppose we're out in the Atlantic, so it's not going to be fantastic, is it? Yeah, well, bloody hell. Okay. Hang on. Lowering the periscope. Bloody hell. Oh, hello, what's that? Large convoy, east, northeast. Okay, so looks like one slipped past us. Shame. Medium speed. Now we'll ignore that one for now. Thank you, Illy Sarah Eve. Thank you very much, Illy. Thank you. Yeah, why is that a circle? Not sure.
New message received.
Okay. Enemy in sight. What's this? U-556, one battleship, one aircraft, and aircraft carrier, course 115, high speed. BE-5332. Must be the Ark Royal. BE-53, here. Yeah, she spotted the Ark Royal, so the one hunting the Bismarck, deploying those bombers. May 26th. Let's have a look then. Timeline. So this is the day. This is the day where the Ark Royals swordfish bombers get their lucky hit. Okay. Sure, but it's normally a square, Burkike, Maz. Isn't it? Or am I going crazy?
New message received.
Right, so from Submarine Command to to all of us, specifically to U-556, do not attack further, transmit beacon signals, keep contact until new orders.
New message received.
Stand by. What's this? So this is a radio broadcast. We did not intend to fight enemy warships, but we took up the fight. The crew have behaved magnificently. We shall win or die. So the Admiral Lugen, I think, commander of the Bismarck. Yeah. So the Bismarck is now entering its death struggle. If you want to see what that looks like, check yesterday's VOD, the last thing on the VOD. Well, just before the last thing. Turns out I was watching the VOD back again. I left the stream running, so it doubled itself. It's weird. Sorry. So yeah, if you can see the Bismarck getting exploded.
New message received.
Here we go. Just a report from U-107. Hi there, Ligma. Okay,
New
so here we
message
are.
received.
Right, what's this? Here we go. So all U-boats in the area go to northeast of grid BE-53 to help the battleship Bismarck. Repeat, northeast of grid BE-53 to help the Bismarck. Possible encounter with British capital ships at 8 o'clock. So that's the presumed time of her attack. BE-53. So she's in trouble. The Bismarck is here, everybody. Her rudder has been hit by a torpedo from a swordfish bomber launched from the Ark Royal carrier, and she's now in a death spiral. Ships from the home fleet are closing in, ships from Gibraltar are closing in, and they're going to start shelling the ever-loving fuck out of the Bismarck to try and sink her. And she sinks in a few hours, I believe. Would it be possible to save her? I really doubt it, considering how many ships are involved. So the Bismarck, hang on. So, here we go. The Bismarck. Sinking of the Bismarck. How many vessels did she fight in the end? Final action? Does it specify? Do we get like an action report? Last Battle of the Bismarck, it's called. So, it was one battleship versus one aircraft carrier, 2 battleships, 2 heavy cruisers, 1 light cruiser, and 7 destroyers. All of them firing a collection of something like 2,600 shells into her, scoring confirmed 400 plus direct hits. So yeah, she's getting beaten down by bee stings. 2,800. Indeed, Ghost. More important than that, though. The Bismarck is a symbol, if anything. The destruction of the Bismarck now sends a shockwave, I suppose, throughout the world. Because you got to remember this: everyone thought that Britain was about to lose. Everyone, no one suspected, because the Soviet Union's not in, the United States not in. It's Britain alone, and we're getting the shit kicked out of us. Then this enormously powerful battleship, far tougher than anything we've got, sails straight from German waters. And we sink it. And at that point, that's when people start going, oh, wait a minute. Britain's actually holding. Like, proper holding. Not just holding, but actually... the Bismarck may as well have been Hitler himself, insofar as the symbolism. We killed the Bismarck, and it's a case of, ooh. So at that point, that's when America started going, okay, they can hold their own now. They might actually have a fighting chance of winning this. Indeed, Bandy, but that's not really the point. It's more the symbol that the Bismarck represented. It was just a battleship. A very powerful battleship, but just a battleship. But ultimately, in terms of public imagination, it became, well, the beast that was Nazi Germany. And it's about to be slain by this tiny island nation so apparently close to defeat. Yeah, the Bismarck was the Royal Navy's dragon. Okay. So, we're arriving at the point where I'm going to begin anti-convoy operations. At current speed, nav officer. Okay, current speed 3,660. Yeah, okay. How far? So, save enough fuel to get to the supply ship at 570 kilometers. Okay. Radio message received. The battleship Bismarck has been sunk at the hands of the British. This is a sad day for the German people. Indeed, there we go. The shockwave has just gone out. The Bismarck has been sunk. So the wreck sinks round about here, I think BE-53. With the loss of most of its crew, just like the Hood. More survivors than the Hood, mind. Destroyer was saving them, but sadly, very sadly, they abandoned the rescue effort when a U-boat was spotted. Because they thought they were going to get torpedoed.
Yeah. May all the crew from both Hood and Bismarck rest in peace. Okay. So, we're 9 hours from this rendezvous, not that there's anything there specifically. We'll just start sweeping and listening for propellers. Weather is not terrible. Visibility is much better. Okay, we might actually get a spot or something. What is current visibility? Sorry, you're not my watch officer. Where's my watch officer? He's... What? No, he's here. Why is he on the nav? Oh, because, yeah, there we go. Watch officer. What's my current visibility? Oh. You can't tell me? You're literally here. What? Look up! Tell me what it's like.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Visibility's unlimited. Good. So the weather's... Yeah, the seas are rough, but we can at least see really far. Good. Good. So we'll keep our eyes open for any merchant shipping. We can probably spot them at around about that, maybe? I'm not sure. And we'll pop down periodically to listen for propellers. We might as well begin now. Take the submarine down to about 25 meters. Down speed.
New depth, 5 meters. Ahead 1/3.
Tauchstationen! Unterkriegsteilnehmer geflutet! Alle Entwicklungen sind klar!
Okay, so just travel underwater for an hour or so. Nothing major. So we're just using the hydrophone to see if we can listen for any propellers. No propellers. Back up to the surface. Ahead. Standard. Mine treat? Well, not well is the answer. Our fuel reserves are not depleted, but they're getting there. As you can see. Oh dear. So we're gonna have to make sure that we have enough fuel to get to this supply ship. Okay. Now where exactly was that convoy route? It's probably a bit further south, isn't it? Down here? Let's have a quick look. Yeah. It's quite some distance, isn't it? Just worried about moving too far away. So let's go that way. Alright. Once again, just watch the fuel. So 3,600 kilometers. Yeah, just make sure we have enough fuel to get 800 kilometers. Very good. Once again, quick, sneaky, cheeky beaky underwater. There we go. Just for an hour or so. Nothing. Back up.
New message received.
What's this? So from Admiral Tovey, so that's the Royal Navy. It's a public broadcast. I should like to pay the highest tribute for the most gallant fight put up against impossible odds. So that's the Admiral that led the hunt against the Bismarck. Okay. Also, I'll give it a save now that we're hunting. So anyway, for the people just flying by on the stream, please know that I'm trying to finish Divinity Bullshittery Part 1. It's nearly done. I'm just in the polishing phase, sort of beating my head against my desk trying to get it done. I'm trying. Yeah, so I've got the final 2 minutes to quality assure. There's quite a few fuck-ups in there, to be honest. I need to get those done. But the first, say, 1 minute to 17th minute are good, I think. Hopefully you guys think it's good too when it's done. Hopefully. Okay. Continuing on. Okay, once again, down to periscope depth briefly. Only for about an hour, just quick up and down. No propellers, back up we go. What are we doing in the middle of the ocean? We're trying to find merchant convoys that are basically moving along these routes here. Whoopsie. So ships are arriving at docks carrying fuel, ammunition, food, especially food. And they're forming large convoys with destroyer escorts. And they're making their way up here. Well, they're following any of these routes, really. So yeah, on their way to Britain, where they're going to pull in under the protection of the RAF and the Royal Navy. And so we're round about here, so way beyond any air protection. Well, this is late war anyway. And we're just trying to hunt down some merchants. So the more ships we can sink, the greater the chance that we can knock Great Britain out of the war. But truth be told, the Battle of the Atlantic is really winding down, because later this year, Hitler begins Operation Barbarossa to attack the Soviet Union, and Britain becomes less of a strategic imperative. Thank you, Cocky Hunter. Thank you very much, Cocky. So Hitler is very much hoping that he can knock the Soviet... Whoopsie. Oh, no. Oh, crashed. Good job I saved. Damn it. So yes, Hitler is hoping that he can knock the Soviet Union out of the fight very, very quickly, and then basically turn around and deal with Britain later. But yes, obviously, as we know, it doesn't go that way, and the Soviet Union thing bogs down into a horrendous grind, where more and more of Germany's forces are depleted until eventually they're spent, and the Soviet Union just keeps pushing back all the way to Berlin, realizing that the Soviets are absolutely going to shit all over Berlin, but more pressingly realizing that if they don't stop Stalin, or at least agree to open up an additional front, as Stalin has been requesting again and again and again, then there's nothing stopping the Soviets from taking over all of Europe. Therefore, an operation is greenlit, and a year before, which becomes known as Operation Overlord. So the planned invasion of Europe with a combined Allied force. Effectively a race to defeat Germany before the Soviets can. Okay, 1 minute, just loading. Because yes, once the Soviets were able to bring their industrial and military base to bear, Germany's days were numbered. Okay. Right. So yes. So for those just joining, we're on our way to try and attack convoy shipping in the Atlantic Ocean, whilst the so the rest of the, I suppose, the German forces are preparing to attack the Soviet Union, and all resources are focused over there. In fact, also on that note, the Luftwaffe are going to ease up a bit. So planes, pilots, and all that jazz, they're going to start going over to going over to the Eastern Front. So that means that the Battle of Britain, specifically the Battle of Britain is over, but bombing is about to ease up. There we go, game loaded. Alright. So by this point, thousands upon thousands of bombs have been dropped upon the UK, with a horrendous death toll. But they held. The people held. Okay. So are we underwater? Nope, we're on the surface. Actually, we're sort of flipping up and down. What are we doing?
New message received.
Yep, so same message as before from Tovi. When did Dunkirk happen? A few years ago. Like, was that 1940? So, sorry, a year ago? More than a year ago? Alright, so, May 28th, 1941. The loss of the Bismarck is still fresh on everyone's minds. Okay, down to periscope depth. Listen for any shipping. Okay, back up again. So if anything, we need to try and get some radio contacts from convoys moving around. We don't really have the fuel to get over to America, nor should I attack America because they're neutral for now. Later this year, the Japanese are going to say something about that. Okay. Once again, down to periscope depth. Listen with the hydrophones. Okay, no sound contacts. Back up again. Oh, hello. We got a radio report. What's this then? Ship moving east-northeast, speed medium. How long? Radio contact report. 8 in the morning? That was a long time ago. Is it 5 in the morning? What's that number say? What? Okay, it was a long time ago. Right, east-northeast. Let's see if we can intercept whatever that is. Compass bearing, hang on. Is that 67 degrees? East-northeast? What's that? East-northeast would be 67.5 degrees. Okay. 802. Oh, sorry, it does say 802. Sorry, I'm reading the wrong thing. Yeah, I'm stupid. Okay, so it's now. So let's go there. 67.5 degrees. So they are roughly travelling along that line. What sort of speed? Radio message. Speed medium. We don't know their exact speed. According to this, speed medium is roughly 7 knots to 12. Okay, how long would it take to reach that approximate area? Bugger. How do I clear my path? There we go. Right, so if we take the U-boat in this general direction, so that's a 2-hour trip. Move it along here a bit. 2 hours, so 3 hours to reach this point at current speed. Alright. Get a bit closer if we can. Okay, it's approximately 3 hours, and, whoopsie, wrong one again. So that means that they can travel approximately, so there were 7 to 12 knots, right? No, it's a bit of a vague guess. Hang on. 2 hours. Go a bit closer. Shit.
Current
Okay.
depth 10.
Depth or on the surface? What?
Yes,
Must
sir.
be rough seas. Okay, so 2 hours. So between 25 and 44 kilometers. So they'll be somewhere either there, right? To there. Somewhere. So in this gap, probably. Right. So let's get around about there, right? And then our hydrophones will work to approximately... Excellent. We'll be able to hear them within that range. Right. Bring the U-boat around, head in that direction, see what we can find. Alright. Good, good, good. Let's just give it a save. Possible target. Probably not a convoy, but let's see what we can find, eh? How much do you reckon it's a Danish ship? Get sunk again. Fuck's sake! It's 1941. I thought we were over this. Is that a good thing, Mr. Angel? Probably not. Also, hi there, Mr. Angel. Right. Here we go. So, 2-hour journey. So it's now about... Oh, hello. We've actually got a sound contact. Reach periscope depth. They must be very loud then if we've got a sound contact.
Periscope depth.
Bring us down to periscope depth.
Auf Tauchstationen!
We hear something.
Selber geflutet! Alle Entwicklungen sind klar!
So our guy with our hydrophone heard a propeller.
Vorne unten 15. Hinten 10.
So bring the U-boat around, reduce speed, let Herman listen to it carefully.
Slow.
We'll try and refine its exact course. So down we go, under the waves,
Current depth 10.
like a sneaky thing that we are. Send up the observation periscope, that tiny, tiny thing you see rising up. It's really small. It's the highest it will go. The waves are really bad.
Yes, sir.
Make sure we're at periscope depth. Okay. So how far away is that, roughly? That's about 8 kilometers. Okay. I have no idea, Enders. I honestly, I seriously doubt you can change stuff like that. I don't know. Maybe check the forums if they're still active. They'll probably tell you. Okay, wait a second. Next marker. So that's the next sound contact. 2 minutes ahead. Next sound contact. Then we draw a line between the dots. Or rather, approximate a line between the dots. Approximate a line. Like so. So that's probably... Roughly speaking, that's probably the course. Okay. So let's move round about here. That's a 10-minute journey. Pick up a bit of speed. And then that would bring us within, easy strike range. So with a gas torpedo, we can strike at 12 kilometers. With an electric torpedo, 5 kilometers. And that's 1 kilometer. So that's fucking, we're on it. Visibility is good, but the waves are very choppy. Bloody hell. Okay, pull that down and send up the attack periscope. Hang on. Was Brazil involved in the Atlantic Theatre? I don't think so, but I think Brazil lost a bunch of ships to U-boat shipping. U-boat attacks, I think. If Brazil was involved, then I imagine it would be food supplies for the... Well, selling on food supplies for the Allied war effort. Don't they farm lots of cattle, or am I going crazy? Is it Brazil that's famous for its cattle? Or is it Argentina? Sorry, which... There's something over there that's very famous for its meat production. Is it Argentina? Sorry, am I misremembering? Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if they're making a killing. Holy shit. Selling all these supplies. Thank you, Fat Pingu. Thank you very much. Okay. Right, so, how are we doing? Moving. Yes, it's following that course exactly. Excellent. Let's wait for it to arrive. So it's a single merchant ship that's decided to try and make the cross-Atlantic dash without the cover of a convoy. What sort of bearing do we have there? So let's check the compass. Approximately bearing 47. I see a ship. Who are you? Hello. It's a small tanker. Ooh, that's a worthy prize. 5,000 tonnage, small tanker, fuel. I guess they're hoping that if they can move fast enough, they can evade the U-boats. Damn, are the seas too rough for the deck gun? No, it looks like it has its own. It's armed. Look, it's got its own guns aboard. Okay. A draft of 5.1, but again, not very rough seas, but rough seas. Okay. Dutch tanker? How can you tell? No. US, maybe? Can we see the flag? Oh no, I do see the flag. What is that? Hang on. It is... lots of damn surf. Red. There's lots of red on that. I'm pretty sure that's Merchant Marine. That doesn't look American. That looks like a valid target, everybody. Surprising that they're not using a convoy. Okay, let's give it a save. Right. Tanker. Save. Yeah, so it's either Merchant Marine or it's Danish again. Alright. So torpedo room. What have I got? I need my weapons officer on station, please. Where is he? He's officer of the watch is resting. Helmsman. Let's go here. You two swap. You're in the wrong place. Okay. Weapons officer. So I've got 4. Yeah, all 4 are ready. Gas torpedo, electric torpedo. Might as well fire an electric torpedo. Thank you, Boohisky. Thank you very much, Boohisky. Okay, so that's tube 2, I think. Is that correct? Double check. Yep, tube 2. Very good. What am I doing? Tube 2, single torpedo, magnetic, slow moving only because it's an electric torpedo. So what was it, 6 meters on the draft? Why not save the electric for a better target? Suppose, yeah. Yeah, you're probably right, actually. Save it for a target where we really need to remain stealthy and we can't be detected. Yeah, good call. Sorry, can I just double check that it is in fact? So 5.1 draft, so that's depth beneath the waterline. Yeah, tube 1, 5, about 6, so we need to be underneath the ship. There we go. 2 minutes. Yeah, wait until it gets nice and close. So speed up the time. There we go. We see it approaching. La da 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 da. What sort of distance are we talking? So that's very close. 2 kilometers. Oh, hello. Nice and careful. Should be good right now, do you reckon? Keep losing the lock on it. Once again, sorry, just verify the torpedo settings. Medium speed, slow speed, slow. I'll just do slow speed, gas torpedo. Hello, there's another sound contact? There's another sound contact, everybody. Or is that me just misreading the situation? I've lost it. Where is it? There it is. Lock on, small tanker. Alright, let's take it. Open torpedo tube 1. God, she's rolling, look at that. Hopefully this is a good enough torpedo. Okay, we're ready. Come on, come on, come on. And give me that lock, fire. Torpedo away. There we go. Yeah, so the rolling seas. Hopefully it doesn't say evade the torpedo by lifting up. Okay, so it won't take long. About 40 odd seconds. That is a merchant marine flag, because all of a sudden I'm nervous. Okay, it's moving on in. Zoom over. Yeah, we're okay. Where are those gas bubbles? There they are. There's our torpedo. So impact, magnetic. Oh, look at that roll. Oh, lift, 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 and looking good. Ooh. Yeah! Excellent hit. Thank you, Carl. Wonderful. Very good. So, sorry, what was that other sound contact? Oh, confirm kill immediately. Maybe it was just me misreading the map. Very good. And that's what you get for not travelling in a convoy. Oh, I see. I was just misreading the torpedo's predicted path. Got it, got it. It's trying its best to escape. Its propeller's still spinning desperately, but yeah, that thing's doomed. Let's bring the bring the U-boat around. So that was its Not bad, eh? So 2 heavy cruisers, that's amazing, and a tanker, 5,000 tons. Right, hang on, speed up time a bit. Did it have deck guns? Oh no! Mounts for them, but no deck guns. Wow, they are not prepared for a 1941 Atlantic crossing with all the U-boats. That's crazy. Speeding up the time. So it's a couple of minutes later. Should be flooding pretty heavily. Yep, the deck is already awash. Yeah, blimey. Okay. Might as well just surface the boat then.
Yes, sir.
Let's go. Perfect. This is exactly what we want though. Merchant shipping in this area. So we should scout around and basically stay on this path. Listen for any more following it. Looking at the time, folks, I do need to wrap up the stream any moment now. So when it sinks, I'll probably head off. Try not to be in its path as it goes down. Hang on. Where are we? There we are. It's still trying. Oh no, wait. Its engine's on, but the propellers are dead. Yeah, there we go. It's toast. Yes, your torpedoes can fail to explode, Leonidas. They can bounce off. Oh, wow. On a bad angle. Magnetic triggers can fail. There she goes. Bobbing like a cork. As the last of the flooding takes the rest of the ship. There we go. Okay, so that's fuel that will never reach the Allied war effort. So thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to leave it there, I think. That was a pretty successful patrol, killing 2 heavy cruisers that were attacking the Bismarck, and now we've just sunk a small tanker that joins the hundreds of wrecks beneath the Atlantic Ocean. Okay. So, our U-boat is going to patrol around here for a bit, looking for additional ships to sink, and when we're done, and just before we run out of fuel for it, we're going to head to this supply ship over here, specially prepared for U-boats, and we're going to, resupply, spend a few days, well, basically relaxing, and then head back out for additional convoys. So again, just to say, so thank you for watching. I'm trying to finish Divinity bullshittery. It's about 19 minutes long. I've managed to finish and properly polish minutes 1 through 17. They're good. So I'm just trying to finish minutes 17 to 19. There's a bit of a problem with minute 19. I think the ending isn't strong enough. So I want to try and recut it and see if I can make it better. 1 minute. Whoops, piss. So yes, I need to get straight back onto that, fix the errors, try and recut the ending. I'm hoping by the end of the week, or probably on the weekend, because I'm going to work the weekend. I'm hoping I can have something that I can present, at the very least to the patrons and the Twitch subs. But I've still got to work on like a fancy cinematic that I want to do. I want to have like an introduction sequence. So yeah, just I need more time. I'm doing my best, but I need more time. Right, so thank you again. Have a lovely afternoon. Hope to see you again soon. And let me just hand you over to one of my clanmates. Bear with me. 1 second. Okay, so Quebec is playing U-Boat. I guess he's in the mood. Yuki's doing Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Edberg is doing Valorant. In which case, I guess U-Boat seems the most appropriate one right now. Even though I've hosted him up a few times, I guess people probably want to see a bit more U-Boat action. So this is ZF Quebec with his own U-Boat at the same time period in a different game. So, yeah. Thank you, folks. All the best. Thank you for subbing if you did. Thank you, Buhiski and Kindo and Fat Pingu and Philip. Thank you, all of you. And, yeah, this is ZF Quebec.